All right. So today we're going to be looking at Primal Rage. This is all the way back on the Sega Megadrive / Genesis, right? And the reason why I'm covering this one over, say, the arcade first is just because it was like the first time I ever really sort of like put any sort of like time into it. And it is a very unique fighting game, right? So you've got 7 characters that are available. They all play very differently as far as I'm concerned. I think Chaos was the one that peed on you in a fatality, I think. Anyway, what made this game really unique, apart from the fact that you're playing as like giant dinosaurs, right, is that you actually had, like, it was another sort of like gory game. You got lots of blood in this game, which is pretty cool, right? And you actually had to hold down the buttons to do the special moves, right? So instead of doing like a movement and then pressing the buttons, you actually had to hold down the buttons to actually do the movement, which is like really, really unique. I don't think it's ever come back. Now, there was a prototype. I think I do have it. I've got to check if I can get it to actually run. That is of Primal Rage 2, which I think they were going with like human people that could transform into dinosaurs. Maybe that was inspiration perhaps of, what do you call it? A Bloody Roar perhaps. But either way, this game, it's unique. Like you didn't have anything else like it of its kind. You can perform fatalities. Every character, from memory, had like 2 fatalities each, right? Which was pretty cool. I'll try and do one if I can. You can see the followers in the background, right? So what would happen is sometimes a follower can run into the frame. I think it's when you get him into like a full dizzy state, because you can see like the brain stem, and if you get hit too much, you go into like a dizzy state, and you can eat your followers to actually gain health back, which is pretty cool, right? So now I am playing with an Xbox controller. It doesn't feel as sort of native, I suppose you could say, just because the how do I put this? The controller like sometimes doesn't suit a fighting game for the Genesis, right? So no, I don't think I did the fatality. I don't think I did. No. And so this is like your arcade ladder, right? So you're going through like the big, like obviously Tyrannosaur type head with the flame coming out. You're going through each piece of the land to try and conquer them all. So you can obviously win the arcade battle, right? But it is pretty cool. Like, I will get around to reviewing the arcade version. The differences are astronomical. Like, you know, we really got like the arcade version is really slick. Like, so when you fight, it's got like little like load up screens of the characters, which look really good. You know, so that's like a nice touch as well. You can actually do combos in this game as well. There's a really good guide over on GameFAQs, so if you're interested in sort of really diving into this game, even after all these years, you can actually, yeah, it's pretty. There's actually quite a lot involved in this game, which is scary, you know. And I kind of wish that we did get a you know, like a Primal Rage 2. I think that would have probably taken off a lot more. Again, like I said, one of the things that people don't really like is the fact that you actually have to hold down the buttons to do the movement. So you can see I'm holding down these 2 buttons and then I do the movement, and then he'll actually do it. So I don't even have to take my fingers off those 2 buttons because I can actually do those with that. Now, on the Mega Drive, I'd have to check on the Super Nintendo. You could actually make it so that some of the buttons are like special move buttons, so you only press 1 button, right? And it'll actually do like a special move as well, which is pretty cool. I don't think it worked. But what I do like is like when you kill them, their heart explodes, right? So their heart's connected obviously to their health, brain, you know, it's eventually becoming dizzy. So I actually there's some really cool, you know, just some really cool design choices that I really liked with this game. I thought they did it was a pretty awesome go of it. Obviously, like, it is running just on 16-bit compared to like the arcade, just like how we could compare MK1 and MK2 and MK3 to the arcade. Obviously, the arcade versions are far superior looking, but it handles really well. Like, so once you sort of get used to the controls, know what all your buttons are, it's actually pretty good. It's actually a pretty good job, like a pretty good, you know, go of it. So I just hit a just hit a follower. I can actually now I don't know how do I eat? Do I just hold down to eat the followers? Perhaps, I don't know. So, but it is only got 7 characters, right, in the game. So you might find it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit anorexic in this day and age. But for back then, it was pretty good, and it's, you know, and it was sort of like another game that was like, you know, another sort of like violent Mortal Kombat type game, because Mortal Kombat really did open up a lot. It really did open up a lot, you know, for these sorts of games. We've got Killer Instinct, Primal Rage, which was really nice, right? Then we got other games like Way of the Warrior. What was it? Tattoo Assassin, I think, was another one. So we got all of these games that were kind of like built around gore. We got Bloodstorm, I think it was Time Killers, I think it was, right? So I do like, you know, like MK really sort of opened up a doorway for this sort of stuff. Now I'm gonna, nah, it didn't work. It's sort of, because of the button placements, you got to figure out what buttons go where. From the Genesis config to like one of these, it's a little bit of a pest. It's a little bit of a pest, right? It's the same thing too when I've like play like the old like Megadrive MK games. But yeah, so it is pretty good. Like I said, I will review the arcade version. I'll get around to doing the. I don't think they made a Master System or Game Gear version. I don't think they did, but they definitely did a Super Nintendo version. So I'm pretty sure they did anyway. So generally back then, everything kind of just, yeah, we got a lot, you know. There we go, 1-2 combo. So yeah, it's really, and when you see the arcade version, you'll just be like, oh wow, that's impressive, right? But I appreciate that they did it. We actually this is the first time I got to play this game on the home system, right? Which is really good. So I love that. And the roaring, like it all, despite like the sound, like the sound chip in the Megadrive Genesis, the roaring sounds are pretty cool. It's pretty good. There was another fighting game. They actually did bring out a fighting game later on. I think it was like Jurassic Park Warpath or something like that, where it wasn't special moves like fireballs or whatever, but it was a oh, did I do it? I did it! I did it, man. So I want to know what you guys think. Did you guys ever play Primal Rage? Now this is going into the playlist of the Sega Megadrive fighting games. I think I've got a couple on there already. And that will fill out over time as well. So that way, when you come to the channel and you're looking for some sort of like library to check out these old games, there'll be like a cohesive list there. This Talon always was a pest to fight against because he can be like a real problem because he's so fast, right? Oh, there we go. Gotcha. Always love that roar, man. Ugh, so good, right? And the stages are cool too. Like, you know, kind of vibrant, I suppose you could say. You know, kind of vibrant. So, kinda. So, yeah, we'll see. There we go. We've got a worshipper. Oh, no, I was trying to eat her. Didn't let me. And you can see them running out, like, so when you win or whatever, they worship. I think that was pretty cool. I think that was really unique, right? Again, I'm coming from the era when all of this stuff was brand new. So I can still appreciate, like a lot of these things that they tried to do from back in the day, right? So, alright, here we go. I like that combo. That's a nice combo. The slam and then essentially the head uppercut. That one does a lot of dizzy too. That one does a lot of dizzy. I think I got him. Almost got him. There we go. Nah, didn't get him. So let me know what you guys think of Primal Rage on the Sega Megadrive / Genesis. If you have any requests for fighting games for me to review, let me know. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.